name is Dr. Peter Friedel. I was born in the South Shore neighborhood, not too far from Jackson Park Hospital, just south of the Museum of Science and Industry. I went to South Shore High School, and now the city has built a new international South Shore High School where Jackson Park Hospital hopes to have a clinic established for the students at that school. The south side of Chicago, when I was growing up, was really completely different than it is now. Rainbow Beach was a vital recreational facility to the neighborhood. Back in those days, what is now the South Shore Cultural Center was the South Shore Country Club, where I served as a caddy. The Midway, which used to be an actual circus-type midway with rides and events, used to have a Ferris wheel, the first one ever built. But now what remains is what's called the Golden Lady, which is a statue representing the World's Fair, the Columbia Exposition, where my grandparents went to visit. And in 1959, my father, who was a surgeon, married the daughter of Dr. Morris Fishbein, who at the time was recognized as the most famous physician in the United States. And with Morris Fishbein, my grandfather, on the board, my father became the first chief executive of Jackson Park Hospital. In 1959, that year, I became an employee and went to work in the storeroom, and then later in the Department of Surgery. And I did that throughout high school. During the era of the 50s and 60s, Jackson Park Hospital actually had a decision. It could go with its patient base of affluent middle-class people, which were moving out to the Chicago suburbs in large numbers, or could stay and serve in this community. My father, my grandfather, and even myself participated in this decision, and we decided to stay and serve the South Side community. Jackson Park Hospital, therefore, has continued to do that, even though many hospitals in the area have closed or left the area. Jackson Park Hospital was able to figure out what it needed to do to serve its community, and therefore has stayed and continued to prosper.
Our original motto for the hospital started in the 60s or 70s, and it was to stay and to serve, which meant that the hospital was committed to stay in this community and serve this community for whatever needs were necessary. Then, after we had established ourselves in the community, the slogan became to serve and to grow. I'm Dr. William Dorsey, chairman of the Jackson Park Hospital Foundation and CEO of Jackson Park Hospital and Medical Center. 5 years ago, we started looking into building a new medical office building because the space was not conducive to providing quality care to the patients in the community. Many thought that this was something that would never be done. However, I was confident that we would be able to do it. With this new project, we were able to increase our space. The new medical office building has a total square footage of 30,000 square feet, approximately 10,000 square feet per floor. The grant from the federal government required us to make this new 30,000 square foot medical office building environmental friendly. Our green roof conserves energy by absorbing the sunlight, and the plants do not require a lot of watering or irrigation, which saves water. More recently, we improved the labor and delivery area. Prior to this, the labor and delivery area was housed in a building that was built in 1920. We're very proud of the fact that this new facility has now brought us up to the state of the art as far as labor, delivery, and postpartum care at Jackson Park Hospital. Our labor and delivery department has birthing suites, which are very modern and very comforting to new mothers, their families, and the new arrival. What we have done with this major renovation is providing high standard care in a very beautiful surrounding. I have been here for the past 30 years, and I have become attached to this community because most hospitals have turned away from the uninsured and underinsured patients. And I think that the 750 employees at Jackson Park feel the same way, that they are here because they want to help the community and help the hospital. This is why we call ourselves a family. We really stick together and try to get things done with the few resources that we have. We're very appreciative of any support that we can get. However, our intent is to continue to serve the community the best that we can and with the type of care that they deserve. We are Jackson Park Hospital.
We are Chicago.
And we're here to help.
We can always use community support, and we look to our community for contributions and donations to the hospital.